Seeing Rwake, Weedeater, and the legendary Acid Bath just a month ago, and now Eyehategod and Crowbar coming up next week, it really has been the summer of sludge. So I hit up 5 different record stores to find more sludge for the collection. Here's what I ended up bringing home. Let's start things small with a cassette that's got a massive sound. This is The Worship by Indonesian sludge band Cyclops. I picked it up mostly because the logo reminded me of Shroom, and I was not disappointed. It's got a thick, fuzzed out guitar tone and harsh, raspy vocals. Overall, very similar to Bongzilla. Super heavy Indonesian sludge. You can check it out on their Bandcamp. Next up, not sludge, but thrash. Still a cool find for only $2. This is a 2-song advance promo by the band Prong. Apparently, if you mail in the J card, you could win a Prong jacket, so I'll be sending that in ASAP. Here we have some dark, depressive sludge out of Denver, Colorado. This is the band Doldrums, a perfect mix of crust and sludge. Fast grinding blasts rise out of slow crushing dirges. I highly recommend checking this one out. On to the vinyl. Here's a killer piece for the collection. Integrity split with Mayday on red vinyl. This record was recorded back in '92 with their original drummer, who sadly passed away at 26. The production is raw and rough in all the right ways, and Dwid's vocals are some of his best. This is a must hear for Integrity fans. Next 7-inch is Bongzilla's debut EP. It's Bongzilla at their weirdest and rawest. I hadn't heard this one till I bought it. Stoner sludge distilled into just 2 songs of pure psychedelic fuzzy chaos. It's before they polished those massive tones. Someone must have sold off their entire Sloth collection, because I saw a ton of their 7-inches while digging. I ended up buying their Beauty Pageant split and At War for Existence for only $5 each, as well as Getting Ready for Christmas for $20, which is a huge steal considering the lowest it's ever gone for is $50 on Discogs. Great band. Sloth is just absurd, heavy, DIY sludge weirdness. You can tell this band was done purely for fun, and that's exactly what makes it work. Found each of these at different stores. Both killer early recordings of the Oakland band Lesser of Two. The prominent bass and clean doomy breaks between the fast grinding heaviness is what drew me into this band. Here their sound leans more into a thrash hardcore crossover rather than the sludge-laden crust they are known for. The track Numb is a favorite of mine and was later re-recorded on their 1999 debut full-length. I highly recommend this band for fans of dystopia or the 90s Oakland crust scene. Up next is Scrog, who to me are one of the heaviest and most important bands to ever come out of Tampa. Addicting riffs, wild tempo changes, and absolutely crazed vocals. Their music is peak 90s sludge. If you're into acid bath, you have to check out Scrog. They nailed that same balance of crushing heaviness and eerie melodies. Here's another legendary South Florida band, Load. Their sound is primarily fast-paced, noisy hardcore punk, but they have a few slow, sludgy songs and moments that really hit hard. Rest in peace, Bobby Load. A few years back, I found what would become one of my most played 7-inches, Ire from Quebec, one of my favorite sludge bands from Canada. So when I spotted the Black Hand for only $5, I had to buy it. Formed from the ashes of Ire, and featuring one of the bassists from the multi-bass band Seized, the Black Hand speeds things up with a focus more on thrash than sludge, while still keeping crust at their core. It also came with this sick poster. For a mere $2, this is easily one of the heaviest records I picked up all summer. Enlightenment is a doom sludge compilation split between 4 underground titans. Opening with Thrones, a one-man drum and bass project by Joe Preston, before the one-of-a-kind Space Boy follows with Eternal Moment, one of their best tracks. Side 2 kicks off with Lice delivering Earth Mover, a slow bluesy groove that's rooted in doom and definitely lives up to its name. Finally closing with Toad Liquor, a band that's well known in the sludge underground, and for good reason. Last but not least is Bloodlet and Entheogen, which I grabbed for $40. Bloodlet has some of the heaviest riffage of their era, blending sludge and hardcore into a brutal, unmistakable signature sound, a true classic and a milestone for 90s heavy music. Pressed on 2 tricolor split vinyl, it also comes with a huge poster, making it a killer collector's piece for any fan. Here's the Bandcamp code for whoever wants it. Grab it before it's gone. Big shout out to Ed Speak from Curb for really getting me into this band. Hope you all enjoyed. This is my first video of this nature, and I've got plenty of ideas like this coming up. Leave a like or comment if you want to see more. Before the video is over, I just wanted to take this time to pay my respects and say rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. Us metalheads owe Ozzy and Sabbath a lot. Masters of Reality was one of the first cassettes I picked up in person at a record store, and I'll always hold it close.